Hello guys, Magus Supreme here, coming at you with another video. So for today's video, I'll be talking, well, I guess I should say this would be a purely intuitive read today. What I'm doing is just like pulling full cards on like a situation that's happening into your life, or maybe like something that you might really want to know about. I'm still, I, the reason why I'm having a hard time explaining what this video is about is because I haven't looked at any cards for this reading. This is like purely intuitive. So each pile might have like a different message or a different theme. So what I really want to call this is like, what is something that spirit really wants to talk to you about? An issue in your life right now that spirit wants to talk to you about. And each one of these piles will represent an issue. You can certainly be drawn to more than one pile. You might have more than one issue that spirit might need to resolve or talk to you about in your life, and that's okay. So we have four cards here, four Lenormand cards. This is old style Lenormand cards. You can sit here and pause the video and see which one of these piles, which one of these cards speak to you. We have the house, which is pile 1, the tower, which is pile 2, the man, which is pile 3, and heart, which is pile 4. So what I'll do is I'll allow you to pause the video right here and take the time that you need to pick the card that's like really speaking to you. So that way you'll know which pile is yours. So you can pause the video here and take the time to pick intuitively which pile you like. So I'm gonna assume that you guys have paused the video, and I'm gonna make sure that I keep the cards at least somewhere. Keep the cards somewhere on screen. Let me see. Yeah, keep the cards somewhere on screen. There we go. You can see me off on the side here, but that's all right. So that way, I'll keep it here or here-ish so people can know which card is theirs. So this is, we're gonna get started with pile 1. So pile 1, you have the King of Pentacles. Let me move this up here. House. Have the King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups. And I have a whole bunch of Oracle cards here, but I'll get to the Oracles after I divine into the message here. So what are you talking about, pile 1? So for pile 1, what I see here is that everything is like kind of very fortuitous for you. But you probably don't really know that with the 5 of Cups here, or maybe your perception is like kind of not so good on your current situation. But what I see here is that you are very stable right now, and that there's going to be more opportunities, even more opportunities coming towards you for you to work on and to like add to your wealth. But for some reason, maybe you don't see them coming in yet, or maybe you just don't believe, but they're coming. Because this 5 of Cups here is very contradictory to all this positive energy we're having here. And to me, this speaks of a disconnect. Like maybe you're someone who has been working a lot, who's very established, but maybe you're like missing love in your life and you're sad because you're doing all this hard work. But yeah, because you see in the 5 of Cups, there's just 2 cups behind them that you don't see. So maybe you've been doing all the work out here in public with the people, really building yourself up with the 3 of Cups. But what you're really missing, like deep down, is like maybe love or a partner or someone to share it with the 5 of Cups. Because all these cards here speaks of like someone who's like working hard, who has opportunities coming their way, and who is well established. But it's like, what good is all this if I don't have someone to share it with? I keep hearing that. Like you're a king without a queen. And I keep feeling like I'm getting a strong sense that you guys work and work, but you're just not feeling fulfilled. And it's because you're missing emotional fulfillment. You have your physical desires, your physical needs met, but what you're missing is your emotional needs being met. And that is coming through very, very strongly here. Yeah. What I see here is that if you are someone who's very stable, what you don't see coming is that you have even more opportunities coming here. You already know that you're working hard, but what you don't see coming is that there's going to be even more for you. So what you shouldn't be feeling right now is you shouldn't be upset. Like, because there's more coming. Like, you just don't know it yet. With this Ace of Pentacles here and the slot that represents the unknown, or what's unknown about this situation. What you don't know about this situation, Power One, is that there's going to be even more coming to you. Even more goodness, even more blessings, even more money. So expect like things like, if you're feeling sad because you feel like you're just not getting enough, that you're working hard, that you have all this stuff, but it's just not enough, just know that there's going to be more too. There's definitely more coming, Power One. And that's what you don't know, or what you don't see in this situation, is that this situation is like crazy abundant. Like, even if you are just like someone that's just like working hard, um, your work is going to be rewarded. So don't fall into this Five of Cups energy. Don't fall into sadness or to like regret or feeling like things aren't like the way that you want it to be, because there is more opportunities coming. If the first scenario I said, where you're like working hard and you like really want someone to come into your life, or you just need someone like to help you complete this, like you working so hard but have no one to share it with, Spirit is telling me that the moment you stop working so hard, like the moment you pull your eyes away from these pentacles and try to like actually go out and like put effort into finding your queen, is when you'll find your queen. But for now, I get a strong sense that you people are very work oriented, very money oriented, very business oriented. And if you're not, you're trying to become that way, and it might be like a little bit challenging. But I'm gonna get into the oracles here. So what we have here is breathe. Yes, and this is excellent, because this definitely matches up with the Five of Cups. Like, you need to like take the time out to like really rest. Maybe you guys are like the workaholics here. Like, maybe you have a lot and you working on even more, and there's more coming, and you're like, hell yeah, I'll do it. But what's really happening here is that you might just need to take a break from work. Like, and the idea of like taking a break, it might really scare you. But hey, that might be one thing that's happening here at Power One. Your hard work is paying off. Balance spirituality and practicality. Believe in the impossible. Okay. So another thing that this could be talking about is people who believe that they're just working like, again, working so hard but getting nothing out of it. Maybe you guys are like really putting your nose to the grindstone, really trying to find new opportunities to expand and like really just like add to your empire, or really just like really try to make it, like earn a promotion or something like that. But you just keep feeling like you're getting passed up, or things just isn't going well. Like, this whole Power One, this is really about a financial situation. I don't think this is about like love at all. I think this is about you feeling unfulfilled in your finances. And we have 3 pentacles and 1 cup here, and that's pretty telling. So maybe, Power One, you just feel like you're working so hard and nothing is like work and nothing is panning out for you. But just know that your hard work is paying off. And what you don't know is, like, if you continue this hard work, like, there's something coming your way that's gonna be like paying off all this work that you've been putting in. Like, if you've been really trying to strive at your job and really trying to get a promotion, that promotion might be coming to you. Power One. Only thing you gotta do is just believe. And with balance, spirituality, and practicality, this is telling me, this matches up with breathe. You need to like have some kind of practice in place. You need to relax, Power One. You're a little too wound up, and I feel that in your energy, Power One, that you're just like, I feel really like, it's not sadness, it's just disappointment, Power One, because you're putting in so much work and you're not seeing anything. But Spirit is telling you to relax. Like, things are going to happen on Spirit's time and not on your time, Power One. So learning how to take some time to like relax and ground your mind and like balance your spirituality with practicality is really going to help. And what that means is just like, get a practice that's really going to help you out in your practical life. Like, whether it's just like lighting a candle and sitting down for like 5 minutes, or a quick 5-10 minute meditation. You need to do something to help relax yourself, Power One. That's coming through very clearly. Integrate in the past, present, and future. Yes. with integration of past, present, and future, this is about taking like everything that you've learned so far and really just like realizing like what's happening here. Maybe this is a cycle of yours where you work and work and work and then you feel like nothing good is paying off. Well, why do you always consistently do work and work and work and nothing's paying off? But I don't know. That was just a really random message for someone. But what I'm truly seeing here is that your work is paying off. And this card is like really speaking to it. All the work that you have been doing in the past and the present is going to like pay off in the future. Like the things that you're doing is like working. It's stacking up just like these birds I see. Like your work is stacking. And the same thing with these Eight of Pentacles. Like you see how he's stacking these up? You're stacking your birds up as well. The more like you putting in this work is really going to like yield something for you. For those of you who feel like you're putting too much time, energy, and money into a project and it's not working out, it's not yielding the results and you're disappointed, believe in the impossible. Keep working. It's going to happen. But what you gotta do is stop fucking whining. Pile one. Like I said, with the Breathe card and the Five of Cups and the Balance, Spirituality, and Practicality, you might just be complaining a little bit too much. Like not having enough faith and just like really complaining. And no one wants to listen to that, Pile one. Complaining makes you weak, so you have the strength to change your world, so do it. Stop crying. I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this, Power One, but just stop crying. Like, continue to do your work and know that your work is paying off. Period. Like, you're in a good space, Power One. You're in a really good space. And like I said, this Five of Cups energy was like very out of place because everything around you was good. Like winning. You got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. Keep up the work that you're doing, Power One. Yeah, keep up the work that you're doing. But you need to shift your perspective on what's happening, Power One, because you're doing so much and everything that you're doing is working. But a part of you just feel like it's not working in the way that you want it, or like it's not this or it's not that. But what you're really doing, Power One, is just being nitpicky and whining, and you need to stop it because no one wants to hear it. No one wants to hear it, Power One. You got all this, you're well established, you're working hard, and you have more opportunities coming to you. No one wants to hear about your complaining. Stop it. Because spirit don't want to hear it either. And now we have laugh. Where's your sense of humor? Like, where's your sense of humor, Power One? You're too serious. Too serious. So let things come and go. Stay calm and don't let anything disturb your peace and carry on. Yes, absolutely. The perfect card to go with the Breathe card here. I think really, Power One, what you really need to realize is that you got to stick up your ass and you need to relax. Point blank, period. Relax, Power One. Things are working out for you. Things is going well, even if you don't believe it, or even if you want to keep freaking out and try to control everything. Relax. Become this King of Pentacles. Like, learn how to like breathe, how to meditate, how to just let go, and to laugh, because you're in a really good life with a really good path with this winning card. So don't let your negative attitude fuck that up. So don't let your negative attitude fuck that up. So that's your oh, I hope, well, I'm not monetized yet, but that's that. So that's your reading, Power One. Thank you for coming. Really thank you for like watching this, and I hope it helped, Power One, because you guys' power was very interesting. All right. Now time for Power 2. Those of you who have the Tower card. So I'm going to do the same thing I did for Power 1, Power 2. I am going to do your tarot cards first, and then I will put out your oracle cards to see what matches and what doesn't. So for you, we have King of Swords in reverse, the Strength card, the Hermit card, and the Five of Swords. So we have swords with major arcana in the middle. And this funny thing about these particular major arcana cards being in the middle is because they both have a lot to do with like personal power, or inner strength, or introspection. So what I'm seeing here is that you might have a very overactive mind right now in pile two. Your mind might really be going all over the place. And with King of Swords in reverse, it's telling me that it's going in all the wrong directions and in a really bad and unhealthy way. Because the King of Swords upright is someone who has their mind about them, someone who's like very practical, well, not practical, very logical, very analytical. But in reverse, it's telling me as someone who's probably even overanalyzing or just coming to very faulty conclusions in their thinking, who's not really that strong of a thinker. And I'm seeing this here again with the Five of Swords, with like maybe some kind of conflict is going on in your life and you really, really want to overcome it, but you just don't know how. You can't think of any way to do it. Well, pile two, I'm seeing here that the problem is with this whole situation is that it's not something that needs to be solved or overcome. It's just something that needs to be reconciled inside of you. And I see that with the Strength and the Hermit card, both the 8 and the 9. With Strength here, and the part that you don't know is that what you're not seeing here is that this isn't something that needs to be solved. This is something that just needs to be like went through. And you need to muster your strength, muster your courage, like really like ground yourself and keep your energy balanced and go through this situation as best with as much like grace and as much diplomacy as you can. Because what you're really supposed to be doing is going inside of yourself and really introspecting and really figuring out your part in whatever conflict is going on here. You need to figure out your part in this. Because with the King of Swords in reverse, there's something that you're not coming to. There's something in your logic, something in your conclusion that's very, very faulty. And you need to spend some time to really, really think about that and really, really shift your perspective on this. Because what I see is that you're heading towards conflict. Or maybe you do need to have a conflict with someone. Maybe you do need to like actually like try to get over on someone. And Spirit is telling you like, hey, if you are heading to a clash, you need to like really know who you are, know what your values, know where you stand, and stand strong in those. Because if you don't stand strong in these and just try to come based off your logic, you're going to lose because your logic right now isn't the strongest. What you need to rely on is like your insides, your heart. Because if you want to, this Five of Swords keep talking to me like an argument or a conflict that's coming up that you want to win, but you just don't feel prepared for. But I'm gonna pull the oracles and see what's happening here. Try to be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. We have here, not for you. Get the fuck out your head, get in your heart, and misses you. And that's exactly what I told you, pile two. You're in your head, and your head is not the place you need to be because all your thoughts and conclusions are very, very faulty right now. Like you don't have the proper knowledge on this. You don't have everything you need to know. You're giving too many fucks, give 0. Clearly, you're caring about this situation, thinking too hard on this situation, and you need a big hug. So let me see. I pulled a lot of oracles for this pile. We got conclusions are within reach and work through your fears. Yes. New day. The truth. And taking a plunge in a loving gaze. So pile, these are love oracles, and this doesn't have to be a love reading. This doesn't have to be about a situation in love, but the energy around this does feel like it does. It does feel like it is. With the King of Swords in reverse and the Five of Swords, like this is a confrontation that's probably getting ready to happen, or something that like needs to happen with someone that you kind of look at pretty like, that you like enjoy looking at. Because with a loving gaze, this is speaking of someone who you look over and like you really just look at them and you're like, oh my God, I love this person. They're so beautiful. I'm glad they're with me. And it's taking a plunge is about commitment. But what I'm seeing here is that maybe you're thinking too hard about someone else. Like maybe you're trying to commit to someone. You want them to commit, but they're not. And they're giving you like excuse after excuse after excuse. And you're just done. And you want to walk away, but you're scared. Well, if that's the case, then Spirit is here to give you that push that you need to walk away and realize that this situation is just not for you. If you're trying to like do something and you see so many doors closing in your face, then that means go another way. It doesn't mean try to push through those doors. It means leave it alone, go somewhere else. Yeah, with the get the fuck out your head and getting your heart, it misses you. That's exactly what I was saying. What you're supposed to be doing in this situation is not really like trying to debate or argue or think about it logically. You're supposed to go inside yourself and find your truth. Like what's true for you? Like what's true for you in this situation? And what I'm seeing here is that what's true for you is that you really want to be with this person, but you realizing that it just might not be. And spirit is telling you, like, yeah, it might not be. You're giving too many fucks in this situation. Once you stop giving stop caring so much about this, what's really here is going to like shine through, and you're going to realize that this situation is just not for you. You can try to be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. Go where you're appreciated and not where you have to like beg and argue. Because I'm seeing here like whatever this situation is really getting ready to come into a close. And if you're scared to walk away, you have to work through that because walking away is exactly what you must do. Um, yeah, walking away is exactly what you must do here. Hmm. 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 Yeah, I'm trying to like see it in a different way, but with new day and work through your fears and like all this stuff. This is about like commitment. Like it's either you're going to take the plunge or you're not, pile two, or this person's going to take the plunge or they're not. But what I'm seeing here is that you shouldn't be waiting in suspense. Like you're either going to have to realize that you love this person and that you want to wait on them and that you'll be there for them and stop really just going back and forth in your mind about this, pile too. Or you're just going to realize that it's not for you. I have to go. Like, I'm thinking too hard. I'm caring too much and I'm not getting what I need back in return. So I'm just going to suck it up and just leave. And I feel like that might be the answer for you, pile too. Um, Yeah, this whatever this situation is, Power Two, get out your head because I keep coming back to this. This King of Swords in reverse is a very dangerous card. It's is almost mental illness. It can like also indicate mental illness, but it's also someone who's just not there logically. Like whatever this situation is fucking with, it's messing with your head a lot, pal too. And you're not being logical. You're not thinking straight. You're not thinking clearly. So you need to rely on your inner strength, rely on your inner knowing, rely on your intuition, rely on your heart, rely on what's true for you, on your truth. Not what's true for everyone else, what's true for you. That's what you need to listen to at the end of the day and go to a brand new day with this. Like, well, new day isn't new beginnings. So maybe if this is about a relationship and you really, really love this person, but something like, they're just doing something that mess with your head or like, you're just really confused about something that they done, get out your head because you're not thinking about it clearly and like really just get into your heart and there you'll find your truth that you are committed to this person, that you love them, and that you're committed and that this whole thinking about not leaving is not for you and that whatever it is that they're doing, they're doing it out of love. That's another message that I got here, but I'm strongly feeling my first message that if this is about a relationship and an argument, yeah, if this is about a relationship and argument, you need to really find out how you feel in this situation, pal, too. You need to figure out how you feel, and you need to make a decision based off of how you feel, pal, too. So you have to go through your fears, like you have to really sit down and introspect. And sometimes really thinking about your insides, really facing your feelings can be hard and it can be tough and it can be scary. But Spirit is encouraging you to like really go inside yourself, pal, too. Go inside yourself and really, really like feel how you feel because your brain is lying to you and your brain is just not working right. Power too. Your brain's not working right. So you got to really go deep inside. Go deep inside yourself and come to the conclusion that feels right for you. And Spirit is acknowledging here that this isn't easy, especially with the you need a big fucking hug. Spirit is supporting you through this because they know, Spirit knows that whatever this it isn't easy for you. Like it turns your King of Swords into reverse. Like this is really, really hard for you. But the big thing here is that Whatever this is, whatever this energy is, if this is someone you're in a relationship and you really like, you just have to realize that it just might not be for you. And you have to work through your fears and leave, because you know what's true for you. You know you're not getting what you need out of this relationship. So it's time to go, pal, too. It's all this worrying, all this fear, all this overthinking is not for you. So you're either going to stop overthinking and just roll with it, or you're going to stop overthinking and make your decision to go. Whichever one is going to be, pal, too. Either way, Spirit is telling you that your brain is wrong. Don't listen to your brain. Your brain isn't working right in this situation. You got to dig deeper and find out what's your most innermost truth. What's true for you in this situation, pal, too. Do you love this person or do you not? And you need to figure out what it's going to be. So yeah, that's your message, pal, too. All right. So here we have pile 3, represented by the man card. There we go. I'll put that one over here. All right. So pile 3. We'll start. So what I've been doing, pile 3, was that I'll just start with like your tarot cards. The tarot cards will give me an explanation of the situation, and then I'll add in the oracle cards for like further context. So to start with pile 3, we have the Chariot, the Emperor. Let me put these down here. The Chariot, the Emperor, the Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. Now, right away, pile 2. To me, it seems like you might be rushing into a situation that you don't know, or like you're just like kind of like rushing off into the unknown. Like, because with the Chariot, the Knight of Swords, both of these is like really, really fast energies. Like, fast. Only thing that's faster than the Knight of Swords is the Knight of Wands. And we have the Emperor here, and we even have the Eight of Swords. So this is telling me that you're speeding towards a decision that you made for yourself. And to me, this is just feels like a jump into the unknown. Or maybe like you want to go and jump into the unknown, but you're letting yourself be held back by fears. Whatever this is, like a part of me feel like it might just be you holding yourself back because of fears, because we have the Eight of Swords here, like kind of blocking all this forward energy. Like it's all moving, but then they hit the wall of swords. So maybe this is about like a confidence thing with you, pile 3. Maybe there's something that you really decided on, something you thought about, and something you're moving forward with, but now doubts is starting to hit you. Now you're starting to like really not understand or really start to doubt yourself. A part of me feels like some of you guys might be involved in some sort of like endeavor or project, and it's been going well. You were excited about this project, but now that you're actually starting it, you don't know if you can do it. But what I'm hearing here is that you most certainly can do it. Only thing you have to do is just release this Eight of Swords energy, because Eight of Swords energy is really, really, it can be as strong or as flimsy as you make it. Like if you're not strong enough to like really control your mind and get yourself together and like really like push past like your more negative thoughts, then that's as far as you're going to go, sadly. Because only you can free yourself from the Eight of Swords situation. No one else can. And if this Eight of Swords is going to continue to be here, then that means that you're going as far as you can until you learn to get a control and discipline in your mind. But what I'm seeing here, though, with the Emperor is that you're plenty disciplined and that you can overcome this Eight of Swords energy. And I feel that very, very strongly for this pile. You can overcome this Eight of Swords because you have this Emperor card here. You're very structured, very stable, very orderly, and you have that masculine energy that you need to overcome lack of confidence. Because masculine energy really does like help overcome that this low self-esteem, this limiting beliefs. Having an excess of masculine energy does help. And with the Emperor here granting his blessings towards this thing, I feel like you're going to get over whatever this Eight of Swords thing is. If not quick, well, you're going to get over this Eight of Swords quickly. Is what I'm feeling like. Like you're going to keep pounding against this wall, against your lack of self-confidence until that lack of self-confidence like finally break. I see that very, very clearly. So let's get into your oracles, pile 3, because I love this energy. Like, this is very forward movement, but it's just like one thing that's like in your way. It's just one little pesky thought. It's chaos and conflict. Let's see. Struggle, integration, and discernment. So maybe you are rushing into something. Maybe you are rushing into something that you shouldn't be rushing into, pile 3. You're rushing into a situation. You're rushing into a situation that's really, really bad for you, apparently, and you just don't know it. You're rushing into your own cage, is what I'm hearing. You're rushing into your own cage. Stop talking, stop stalking, stop checking on that person. Just stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. So yeah, maybe you guys are like thinking about going back to an ex or something. Maybe I don't want to like really turn this into a relationship read, and I don't think it is. But you guys are about to make a decision that's like that's pretty much unwise. You're rushing into conflict and chaos. Um, Yeah, and what I'm hearing is like, even if you go into this conflict, it's still going to help you, it's still going to change you, and you're going to get a lot out of it. But Spirit is just giving you the heads up. Like, if you want to continue down the path that you're going on now, just know that it's going to be a little bit tough for you. Like, it's going to be a little bit of a wall that you're going to have to get through. This situation that you're rushing into might not be the best, because we have make better fucking choices. If you're pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. Like, yeah, maybe you just rush ahead, pile 3. Maybe you're just someone who just like makes snaps decisions and just decides what to do on the spot, and don't really give too much thinking, don't really use too much discernment. Like, really find out, is this right? Is this wrong? Is this person trying to get over me? Yada, yada, yada. You don't stop and think enough, or not stop and think, but yeah, maybe you don't stop and think and look before you leap. Because what I'm seeing here is that Spirit wants you to integrate discernment into whatever it is that you're doing. Knowing, like, if I'm going for this thing, is it a good thing for me or a bad thing for me? And you guys might not have that here. Because the thing about Emperor, it could also be someone who is, like, so assured of themselves that they don't listen to other people, because I'm the king and I'm going to go do this thing because I want to. But what I'm seeing here in pile 3 is that you might just be rushing into a conflict or chaos, and a little bit of discernment might really go a long way. I see here you are good enough. Surrender to the divine. Ooh, okay. So maybe going into the darkness is what you're supposed to do. So this might just be the warning for you, pile 3, that you're about to rush into something crazy. You're really about to rush into something crazy. And if you really want to go through with this, pile 3, if you really, 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 really want to go through with this, just know that you can. You're good enough to do it. But I'm getting a strong sense here with Yara and Thurasaz as your wounds. Yeah. Whatever it is that you're doing, pile 3, oh, I get it now. It's all coming to me, especially with Yara and Thorasas. All right. I get it now. I see. So, pile 3. What I'm seeing here is that maybe you're in the middle of like trying to like build something for yourself or do something for yourself, but there might be another person that's like really trying to sow seeds of doubt inside of yourself. Like, what I'm seeing here, pile 3, is that you're very assured, very confident, and very like headstrong in whatever it is that you're doing. And with Thorasas here, you are supported and you do have like the right idea, but you have to battle the snakes. And what this is feeling like is that there might be a snake that's just trying to coil itself around you and make you believe that you can't do the things that you are going to do. But Spirit is here to tell you to listen to it. Like, whatever this is that got you moving, like as fast as you are moving, pile 3, is divinely inspired. It's divinely inspired, and the divine wants you to know that you are good enough to do this task that it gave to you. So don't doubt that and surrender and go forth. Just realize that someone is trying to keep you from seeing your power. Now I feel this very, very clearly. There might be someone trying to keep you from seeing your power here, and you need to learn how to like spot them out. Really learn how to like spot the lies or spot the things that don't really make you feel so good. Because what I'm hearing here, like I have Yara rune, and the Yara rune speaks of like reward for good work. So I'm seeing here that you're doing something, and what the work that you're doing is like very, very good. Like it was given to you by the divine, you're doing it and you're doing it well, but someone is trying to sow doubt into your mind and chaos and conflict. And what I'm seeing here, pile 3, is that you need to find out who this person is and just figure out how you're going to deal with them, because someone is trying to like stop you from feeling so confident. Like someone is really trying to like bind around you and slow you down and stop your confidence, whether they know it or not, or like slow down your path, whether they know it or not. But someone is trying to slow you down, or someone is slowing you down. So pile 3, what you really need to do is just to continue to press on. Continue to go forth, but you need to do so in confidence. Realize that whatever it is that you're doing, you're more than good enough. You are good enough for whatever it is that you're doing, pile 3, or whatever it is that you're thinking about doing or thinking about pursuing. Continue to pursue that path. Don't listen to anyone else. Listen to your intuition. Surrender to the divine, because whatever it is that you're doing is like, to me it feels like a divine assignment. You have a divine assignment. You're doing it, and you're doing it, rushing into it, and it's just mwah. I hear a chef kiss from spirit. It loves what you're doing. But be mindful of the snakes, pile 3. And that's what I have to say. Be mindful of the people that you have around you, because you need to be careful of the people that you consistently bring around you, or the people that you let in to whatever it is that you're working on. Be careful of those people, and you need to make better choices about the people that you let around you and that you let in on your stuff, because some people, I feel like, just bring chaos. They just bring conflict to whatever it is that's going on, pile 3. Whatever it is that you have so much control over with this man card, I guess. Like, I guess I have to incorporate the card that you picked into the reading. With this man card here, and the Emperor card, I feel such strong masculine energy. Like, you're really determined and that you have your path set out. So don't let anyone stop you, and don't let anyone make you feel like you're not good enough for this path, pile 3, because you truly are. You've been given the divine gifts to like really succeed on this path. So let no one stop you, pile 3. And I think that's the message that I have to give you. Make better fucking choices with the people that you have around you, and stop texting. If you have just one person that you like really connected to and that you really, really want into this, stop talking to that person. Stop talking to that one person that you're connected to. Stop talking to them, because I have a feeling that they might be the person that might be trying to slow you down and like really stop your confidence a little bit. So stop talking to that person and just like do what's right for you. Learn how to make your own decisions, and don't like keep trying to like integrate or negotiate and talk and like really try to figure stuff out, because you have the right idea. And if this is your project, then you need to continue to stay at the head of it and continue to lead the helm, because people are slowing you down. They're causing you a little bit more doubt in yourself and in your abilities, and that's not needed here. Because you're more than good enough, pile 3. You're more than good enough. So yeah, pile 3. Continue doing what you're doing. Continue your struggle. Continue your work, because you've been given this assignment. You gotta fight the snakes, but doing that is gonna like really lead you to such good reward, because this is reward for good action and good karma. So keep doing what you're doing, pile 3, and just be mindful of the snakes. And yeah, be mindful of the snakes, pile 3. So that's your reading. And I will leave you guys there, pile 3. Hello, pile 4. If you chose the heart card, this is your reading. What I'm doing is your guys, this pile is going to be a little bit different. This pile is going to be a complete oracle reading. I pulled tarot cards for the other 3, but not this group. This group gets oracles and Lenormand cards. So these 4 oracle cards are the main focal points of the reading. And the other oracle cards here are just going to be to support this message. So let me see what I got here for you, Power 4. So Power 4, I see here that you're trying to force something. That there's something that you want to happen and you want to happen on your time, and that you're kind of upset that it isn't happening. But what I see here, Power 4, is that it's not going to happen on your time. Like, things aren't going to happen when you want it, and things aren't going to happen the way that you expect it to happen, Power 4. And you have to be okay with that. Be okay with, like, not like leaning on yourself, and more so leaning towards like the divine and the higher power, your intuition. The biggest things I'm hearing here is you need to learn about divine timing, Power 4, and exactly what divine timing means. So divine timing means that if you work with the universal laws, you know, the law of attraction and all that stuff like that. But one of the things here about the law of attraction is when you do good, good comes. But that good that comes back to you is based off divine timing. And the things that you like, if you have been healing and doing all this stuff in order to achieve a goal, just know that that thing that you want isn't going to come when you expect it. The biggest thing that's coming to me right now is you've been meditating, you've been doing a lot of self-reflection, you've been doing a lot of healing and a lot of growing, and now you're wondering, you know, okay, where's my lover? Where's the one that's going to complete my heart? Where's this person? Like, where's this love that I'm working so hard for? And Spirit is telling you, like, first of all, don't ask me when. Like, I heard that very, very loudly, very, very clearly from Father. Don't ask me when. Do not ask Spirit when. Spirit hates wins, because the win is whenever you decide to stop thinking about it and start putting towards the proper steps. And if you have been putting towards the proper steps, the next thing you need is trust. Trust in the divine, and trust in the higher power, and trust in divine timing, which is being shown here that you don't have with TikTok in reverse. You don't have trust in divine timing. So what they're telling you, what Spirit is telling you very, very clearly, is to continue to work on healing. Continue to work on healing yourself. And this is like deep, because this is like what you don't know, is that you need to continue mending. That whatever it is that you're hoping for and hope Spirit will reward you with, you didn't finish your work. It's not finished. It's not done. And that's why this thing is like seemingly delayed for you. It's because your work isn't finished. And with no place like home, I'm going to read this protection message for you, because I feel like the message is important for this pile. So hold on. Here it is. So this is what it says. There are times when what is familiar and known is not the best choice. Human beings are memory-driven creatures, and we all look for certainty for what we know, even if the qualities we seek in other people or in external conditions are expressed in unhealthy ways. Avoid being too eager to find home. Choose something unfamiliar and trust you will find a new normal that supports your spirit. Remember, if you do what you did, you'll get what you got. Do the opposite of what feels right, even if it's uncomfortable, because what feels right is really what feels familiar, and you will attract and be drawn to the very things you don't want anymore. This time will not be different unless you do something different. Yeah, so what Spirit is telling me is that this love that you want isn't coming to you because you didn't heal properly. You're not done. What am I saying? Shit, and what the hell did this card just say? You're not healing properly. You keep trying to put your ego into this. I'm really trying to figure out the way to say this really nice and really softly, powerful. Is that you have to have more faith in the divine and realize that things aren't going to happen on your own time, but it's going to happen in the time of divine. So you need to have trust. And this was echoed here again. You need to have trust. You need to trust the divine, and you need to continue healing, because your healing isn't complete. Let me look at this one more time, because I feel like there was something in there that I really, really needed to see and that I didn't see. Hold on. That's right. Making new choices. That's right. Yeah. Another reason why this stuff isn't coming to you, Power 4, is because you make the same choices. You date the same people and expect a different result because you're different. But if you were truly different, Power 4, you wouldn't go after the same things. And that's something that's really, really coming forth to me. Like your type or whatever it is that you like, or whatever it is that you used to do, if you were truly healing and if you were truly like learning and truly progressing, Power 4, you wouldn't crave the same things that you've always craved. You'll have a new taste, something new, something different. And that's how you know if you truly transformed, or if you're truly changing, or if you're truly healing, because you won't become the same person. You won't be the same person that you knew. And Spirit is saying, like, Power 4, the reason why things aren't coming for you yet is because you don't trust. You don't have enough trust in Father. You don't have enough trust in the divine yet. You keep trying to do things by your own power, and when you do things by your own power, you push the results back. You push the reward back. So let me see what we have here. Ansus and Degas. Yes. Now, what I hear here with this is let there be light. Degas is the moon of the brand new day, of like sunlight, of like sometimes enlightenment. But to me, what this is like saying to me is that Father is speaking light into your life. This is like clarity, because Ansus is the word card, the word of God card. Like that's what that rune is. It's like the word of spirit, and the word is light. Let there be light. So there's going to be some clarity. Like maybe this reading is your clarity on what's been going on, what's been slowing down your manifestations, Power 4. The fact that you don't trust in divine timing. And that the fact that you need to continue to heal. Maybe that's the light that's being brought forth today. But Degas also speaks of a brand new day, the light that comes from a brand new day. So maybe after you realize this, you'll feel a lot more lighter tomorrow. And what I'm hearing here is that this energy, this light, carefree energy, is the energy that you need to embody so that you can have like your manifestations come in. You worry too much about it. You're too much over it. You need to like set and forget. We have ascension and movement into balance. Like I thought, this is a real high level lesson for you, Power 4. You people might already be like kind of spiritual. You might like be like beginner, like real novices in spirituality. And one of the things that you're not understanding here, Power 4, is that things don't happen when you want it. It happens in divine timing. Like if you've been healing and meditating, continue to heal and meditate. What you don't know is that you need to keep doing it. Keep mending, because you're not done yet, Power 4. You keep making like same choices. You keep like your taste hasn't really shifted yet, Power 4. And that's what you don't, what you probably know is that you keep making the same decisions over and over again. You keep doing what you think feels right to you, but it's what feels familiar, not what feels right. And that's what this card is really, really trying to tell you, is that your choices aren't right. They're just familiar. So until you learn to make like just brand new choices altogether, or maybe even to just not to engage in certain situations from the jump, that's how you know you're like truly healed. But for now, you're not healed. You're not. You have to keep going. You have to keep doing it. So release your worries and receive universal abundance. Like I said, you have to set and forget your intentions. Like really just say that this is something, declaring to the universe that's what you want, but continue to live your happy ass life without it on your mind, without worrying about it, without trying to see if this is coming, like, oh, I'm doing this, where is it, when is this going to show up for me, yada, yada, yada. Don't do that. That's you holding on to your worries. The sooner you release it, the sooner the good things is going to start rolling in. And this whole reading, Power 4, is definitely meant for you to hear that. You're worrying too much and you're slowing down your manifestations because you're too focused on it. Set it and forget it. So you have to figure that shit out on your own. Like, you have to figure it out on your own, Power 4. Like, if this isn't, like, coming through, like, for, like, oh, this isn't about love or whatever, you need to figure it out. Because whatever this is talking about, Power 4, you picked this power for a reason, and divine timing is the thing. So don't think, oh, this isn't my pal. Like, no, this is your pal. You just got to figure your shit out. Figure it out. Because this is your pal, Power 4, and you have to trust in divine timing. And here it is, love. Get some, give some. It'll cheer you up. And that lets me know, like, yeah, with the love and the heart card, and the more Lenormand cards that I pulled for this one, this is letting me know that this is about, like, you guys, like, waiting for love. But love isn't going to come to you yet because, one, You don't know how to give it you don't know how to give it properly. You don't know how to receive it properly. You're not ready for love, power forward. This is the cold hard truth. You're not ready for love. You're not. You're not healed. You're not ready. And here we have it. With Letter, the lady in the ring. Maybe you are a woman and you're watching this, or maybe there's a woman that you're like kind of like waiting on. Like maybe you're just waiting on a proposal. And this is one of the things that I heard loud and clear. Like someone that's like waiting on a proposal, waiting on a commitment, waiting for someone to text them back with their with their answer for commitment. If any of these apply, like if you're someone who just wants commitment, wants love, want a relationship, just know that it's not coming until you heal yourself, until you spend more time healing. Because, like I said, with love secrets here at the bottom, you need to heal. There's something inside of you that you don't know that needs to be transmuted and changed. So one of the biggest things here is that you might need to just learn how to love yourself. Just be in the presence of your own self. Be isolated, be alone, and still know that you're worthy of love, even though you don't really have a man or suitors. Or maybe there's just something, this card always speaks of like a deep trauma to me, like trauma or wounds that you need to just like give to God for healing. Powerful. There's something inside of you that needs healing, something that runs deep, some kind of trauma, some kind of pain that runs very, very deep. And you need to give it up to God for healing, or you need to like focus on your healing. Because powerful, this pining, this wanting love, this, why can't I have it? Why isn't it coming to me? It's been 40 years. Why am I not married yet? It hasn't happened yet because you're too focused on it. And there's still some trauma deep inside of you that needs to be resolved, Power 4. There's something inside of you that needs to be brought into balance. And in order for that to happen, you need to, first of all, learn how to not worry so much, release your worries, and just learn how to trust in divine timing. And trust that these things are going to come to you. That if it's meant for you, this card talks about this. If it's meant for you, it'll come to you. And you need to trust that. No matter how old you are, if you're like 40, 50, 60, and you just want to know when love is coming in, it'll come to you once you let it go. If it's meant for you, like if love is meant for you, it'll be there. If you are like 80 or like 65 and you're worrying that your life is like almost at an end and love haven't came, then it's because it wasn't meant for you this lifetime. And you might have to accept that. But either way, this is about... Let me wait for Alexa. Yeah, either way, this is about releasing worries and allowing Father, allowing the divine, allowing the word of God to like travel through and like really work throughout your life. Because, yeah, all these cards, you got so many high-level spiritual cards. And I feel like Father himself is saying this. Things are going to come, the things that are meant for you, and this is really key, the things that are meant for you are going to come to you when you let go and you trust. If it doesn't come to you, it's not meant for you. And it's a tough pill to swallow for some people, but Father is like really saying, take this medicine. If you've been waiting all this time and it hasn't came, then it's not going to come. So release that and get the other gifts that we have for you, the other ways that we can make your life abundant. So, yeah, Father's just saying, see every day as a brand new day, and to release your worries and be more joyful. Like go more with the joys of life. Be more happy. Be more carefree and less worried. Like less worried. And more carefree, more happy, more getting to who you are, more challenging your decisions, more focusing on you instead of focusing on what's not going right. Focus on what you can change and how you can change, and focus on your healing. So powerful. I want to thank you for watching this far. I know this message probably wasn't what you wanted to hear, but it's exactly what you need to hear, powerful. So if you watched this far, or if this is your pal, the reading is over. And I want to thank you for most definitely like staying this far and for like watching and supporting. Bye, guys.